So we have 78 eggs, 6 sticks of butter. I have never whipped this many egg whites in my life. This is like when you're swimming and you're doing breaststroke. My hand feels like it's literally in a cloud. Here we go. Ooh, this one's for all the monies. Hi, my name is Alvin. I am a tasty producer and I love making giant food for other people. Today, I'll be bringing in my friend Jasmine, who is a host on Bring Me's Giant Food Time, where she is surprising her friends with giant foods at restaurants. I want to return the favor and also see if anything that I can make will stack up against all the amazing and huge things that she's gotten to eat. So let's go meet her. What's up, Jasmine?
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you hungry?
I'm hungry and excited.
So for the people that don't know you, what do you exactly do?
I am also very familiar with giant food. I surprise my friends with giant foods, but I take them to locations that already serve them. And then I invite my friends in and I make their dreams come true.
So basically you do the exact same thing that I do, except for you go to a restaurant for the food instead.
Yeah, I don't have to do any of the work.
Oh, damn, that sounds pretty darn awesome. If you were to request me to make you any giant version of any food ever, what would you like?
Okay, I'm actually sweating just thinking about it. So I saw a video on Tasty about a Jiggly Cheesecake.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
I made that video.
Okay, perfect.
Why are you such a big Japanese Jiggly Cheesecake fan?
It's just this golden brown beauty, you know, and then you take it out of the oven and it's like steaming and you jiggle it. It jiggles as much as my belly jiggles just like that.
I will not bring you the giant cheesecake unless it jiggles. This is something that I think is gonna be pretty fun. I've made a recipe for this before, and I think we should just try to make a pretty large version of it. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we're just gonna make a liquid batter, and that involves 6 sticks of butter, so not a diet food. Sorry, Jasmine. I'm just gonna cook down. Woo! And then, you know, can't have a cheesecake without cream cheese. Oh man. Look at that floating cream cheese island. And we're gonna pour in the milk and whisk it, and I think that's gonna emulsify it and make it smoother. All right, the one-handed straining technique. All right, this just makes sure that there's not too many lumps, because I know I was dealing with a lot of cream cheese and a lot of butter. To the liquids, we're gonna add the dry ingredients. So this is just flour. Ooh, got some cornstarch. Pretty intense batter we got. No matter how many times I make giant food, I always forget how much of a physical effort it is. It's getting smooth, which is quite nice. It's getting tiring. All right, I'm gonna say that this batter is pretty good, pretty smooth. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna take a break. Whew, this is heavy. There's this pan. Okay, so this is fun. Well, this is actually the same pan that I had used for the original recipe video, but I'm sorry, it will not be big enough today. So the pan that I'm actually gonna be using, this one over here, this is a hotel pan. They use these pans to serve like food at buffets. Found what I needed. I hope this is gonna work, and I hope I made enough batter. So I'm gonna go and start whipping some eggs. We have our pan, and the thing is, we don't want our cheesecake to stick, so before we beat any eggs, I'm gonna line this pan with parchment paper. Ooh. Haha. Shaping these up right now. Okay, so we have essentially all the pieces we need to make this cheesecake's parchment lining work. So we're gonna spray it and get everything to stick together. Okay, so we got our pan that's lined. All right, let's crack some eggs. So we have 78 eggs, because the secret to this recipe is just a lot of egg whites. That's what makes it so fluffy, and we just need to separate them into whites and yolks. So I was lucky enough to be able to go to Japan to work with our Tasty Japan team. I also went with Rie. Essentially, when we were planning our trip, we were like looking for videos on what to do. And we saw this like crazy Jiggly's Japanese cheesecake. So we actually went to the destination in the video, and in Japan, a lot of their restaurants and shops have glass doors or glass windows, but I wanted to figure out how the heck they made this recipe. So what I did was, I was like, hey Rie, can you stand in front of that glass window over there? And I was like, yeah, just pose a little bit. Rie thought she was just like, you know, getting some nice pictures at the shop and pointing at things. And I was like, yeah, just stand there. In reality, what I was actually doing, and I wasn't taking pictures at all. No, I was taking video actually of what was going on behind Rie. And I was essentially trying to get as close as I could to see what ingredients they were putting into the batter. So she was there just, you know, really nice, didn't suspect a thing. While I was going full Mission Impossible incognito, essentially came back home to New York and was like, I need to figure out how to make this cheesecake. So I took a guess at what ingredients they put in. So I would make a batch, I would make the batter. Every attempt was 2 hours, I would take it out. And then the real test was once I took it out, I would slap it a couple times, and if it jiggled, it worked. If it didn't jiggle, it was back to the drawing board. So I went through like 200 eggs for like 12 attempts. And then I think I just, you know, randomly did some research one night and drastically changed the ratio of egg whites to egg yolks. And then after like 30 minutes in the oven, I was looking at it and I was like, oh, it was like blowing up, like going through puberty. Boop, 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 boop. I like set the cheesecake down, it jiggled. I was like, whoosh, whoosh, and it went like, whoosh. That's the Jiggly Cheesecake right there. And that is the story. I'm gonna keep cracking these eggs. I'm gonna be an expert at separating and cracking eggs after this. All right, so we have 12 eggs left. We've done 66 so far, and because we need 12 egg yolks for the actual batter itself, I'm gonna save 12 in here and then give these back to the kitchen once I'm done. It's time to whip. Oh wait, I need to, oh God, wait, hold on, I gotta separate the egg whites first. Yeah, this bowl is not gonna be big enough. I'm gonna split it into this bowl, so I'm gonna eyeball around a half. Mmm, delicious. All right, cool. Now it's actually time to whip. So I'm gonna get these back in here. 1, 2. I have never whipped this many egg whites in my life. There we go. Gotta get a wider stance to stabilize myself. This is like when you're swimming and you're doing breaststroke. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm starting to breathe kind of heavy. Whew. All right, they're getting kind of fluffy. I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna stop for now. I'm gonna sprinkle in some sugar. Why am I so tired? Okay, this one's getting some sugar. All right, this guy gets some sugar too. Everybody gets some sugar. So the sugar acts as a stabilizer as well for the egg whites. We're aiming for soft peaks here because we want this to be a fluffy cheesecake. I'm actually getting lightheaded. I need some oxygen. Whew. I'm really lightheaded right now. Oh. We need some help. Alexis, can I get some help? I'm about to black out.
It's on.
I'm very lightheaded. Could you help me do that one while I do this one?
I mean, I feel like we're almost there.
We're almost there. I just don't want to collapse. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm into it.
I think this is good.
Let's do it. That's really silky. Thank you so much for your help. Without that, I'd be on the floor right now.
Good luck.
But thank you, I appreciate it. I'll need it. I'm gonna fold these into the batter we made earlier. And to be honest, I don't think there is a utensil large enough to fold these into the egg whites, so I might have to use my arms. All right, gonna thoroughly wash my arms. Never would I think I'd be using my arms as cooking utensils, but here we are. All right, arms are washed. Time to fold the egg whites into the batter, but first we gotta take these 12 egg yolks and mix them back into the OG batter. These boys are going in. Add some fat and texture to this, so I'm just gonna go quick because egg whites deflate super fast. Whew. All right, this batter's ready to be folded into the egg whites. So we're gonna scoop some egg whites. Oh my God, this is so fun already. We're just going to fold, trying to keep this as sanitary as possible. So it's already getting a little lighter. My hand feels like it's literally in a cloud. Now we're gonna get the rest of these. Oh man, here we go. This is wild. So I'm gonna say that this is good for the batter. That was fun. I'm gonna wash my hands. We're gonna pour this batter into the pan and cross our fingers to hope that it does stay exactly the same way that we want it to. And let's do it. To actually bake this thing, in the old video, I did a water bath. So we're gonna try to replicate that because I think that helps the cheesecake cook a lot more evenly. Kind of got a little like a setup here. I'm gonna do like 1 inch or so of water, not too much. We don't want it to actually touch the bottom of the pan. So we're gonna put like a little filter that goes in. And then probably one of my favorite parts, putting the batter into the pan. Here we go. Ooh. Wait, that's awesome. I'm going to put this on top where the water bath is. Okay, and then smooth it out with an offset spatula to make sure everything is okay. You know, get rid of any of the really, really big air bubbles. All right, this is the Jiggly Cheesecake batter. There's a lot of it. I'm gonna very carefully take this into the oven. All right, let's go. It's actually really heavy. Why is this so heavy? It's just egg whites. So from my previous recollection of the original Japanese Jiggly Cheesecake, it's basically a giant souffle, so there is like no time to waste. The moment it comes out of the oven, I'm gonna run it over here. I'm gonna flip it out as fast and as safe as possible. So it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be big. There won't be any time to spare. These are gonna get pretty intense. I might be in full crazy Alvin mode, so if I don't say anything, that's because I'm focusing on making the food look good. I'm pretty nervous for it. So here we go. Whoa, all right. Well, this top is really smooth. This is looking pretty cool. Like shimmy it. All right, here we go. Out of the water bath. Ooh. So let's get this onto here. That's there. All right, we gotta get under it. Get a good grip. Here we go, guys. This one's for all the monies. Woo! Whoa! Holy shit! Woo! Whoa. Holy moly. This has got to go back one more time so we can get it onto the other tray. Alrighty. This is wild, guys. All right, Alvin. You got this. Woo! Whoa! That's a Jiggly Cheesecake right there. Oh my God, I love it so much. All right, I got some parchment because I'm gonna do some powdered sugar. Make it rain, as we usually do. This is so cool. I'm so happy it worked. I think this is it, we did it. This is a giant Jiggly Japanese cheesecake. Just look at that. Hey. I'm gonna stop doing that before I ruin this whole thing. So let's go surprise Jasmine. Hey Jasmine.
Yeah.
You hungry?
Yeah.
You want some Jiggly Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Well, here you go. I have a regular one. This is the normal.
God, I was like,
no, this is the normal size one. Just for reference, I want you to look at it. Take it in. So please close your eyes.
Okay.
When I count to 3, I want you to open your eyes and see the cheesecake.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Open your eyes.
Thank
Good?
you, yes!
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you're like, you're a god.
Oh, thanks, homie. You want to eat this thing?
Amazing. Yes.
All right, let's get in here. How about
Just cut it. He cut himself a bigger slice, just saying.
Wait, is it not even? Wait, oh my God, I curved. Well, I'll give the bigger one to you.
Thank you, you're so nice.
All right, well, here you go. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. All right, well, here's your piece.
Oh, thank you. It's very heavy.
Please eat while it is still warm.
This is so good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you feel on the receiving end?
I'm quitting my show.
Don't say that, go. Have you gotten down to the cross section yet?
No.
Well, like if you see here, right? There's almost like a custard flan kind of action going on, so you get more textures. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm glad 2 people that love giant food finally got to hang out and eat giant food together. So this has been great. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, we did it. Made Jiggly Cheesecake, got it to jiggle, got it to wiggle. Very happy with the way it turned out. Almost blacked out at a certain point, but I'm glad I got Alexis to come in and pull through. Jasmine seemed pretty happy about it, and I was just so excited to see her face and her reaction to it because she loves giant food just as much as I do. If you have any guesses to what I'll be making next, any comments, any suggestions, you know, any ideas that you think you want me to make into a giant reality, feel free to leave a comment below, send me an Instagram message. I'll see what I can do, but you know, until next time,